None of this means automation should be avoided. Many tasks, especially those that are repetitive, rules-based, and don't require nuanced judgment, are ideal candidates for automation. The problem arises when automation becomes the default objective, pursued mainly because it makes the next quarter's numbers easier. A useful way to frame it is this: automate tasks, augment people. If a task is truly commodity work, it makes sense to automate it. But if the work is tied to customer trust, creativity, leadership, relationships, or complex decision-making, organizations will usually get more lasting value from augmentation, equipping people with better tools and better information so they can do what humans do best. For CEOs and senior leaders choosing a path, a few questions are worth asking. First, when defining AI success, is the focus mainly on cost reduction or also on new value creation? In other words, is the strategy designed to make the company smaller or better or more innovative? Second, what happens to organizational capability if the people doing this work are removed? Is the company eliminating waste or eliminating insight, judgment, and institutional knowledge it may later need? Third, how will employees experience the change? Will they see AI as a tool that helps them succeed or as a threat to kill their jobs? The story the workforce believes will shape adoption performance and retention. And fourth, are jobs and workflows being redesigned, or are new tools simply being dropped into existing processes? AI alone doesn't create transformation. Real transformation comes from rethinking how work is done end to end, which requires leadership, communication, and often new skills. The bottom line is this: AI will change how companies operate regardless of the path they choose. But the organizations that thrive over time are likely to be those that use AI not only to remove costs, but to expand capability, combining machine speed with human judgment, machine scale with human empathy, and machine consistency with human creativity. In other words, the long-term winners may be the companies that treat AI less like a substitute for people and more like an upgrade for what people can do. And that isn't just a technology decision. It's a strategic choice about what kind of organization they're building. All that being said, we've had many stories in the past few months about how AI isn't reducing work but intensifying it. Teams are being pushed to do more with less. Workload is increased, along with the risk of burnout. So let's talk about that for a minute, because most of us are time poor. There's always this and that to do, not just at work as we know, but there's the kids and the money and the cost of living, juggling schedules, and on and on and on.